What's up, YouTube? Your girl is wrecked. This reading is a weird one. If you've never been here before, hi, all that stuff. I'll get into that later. Anyways, just a short little blurb about this reading. I started channeling and reading about a couple hours before the Scorpio lunar eclipse that we had the other day. I read all the way through the eclipse, and then a few hours after the eclipse, I am a 13-degree Scorpio moon, and that is the degree that the eclipse was happening on. So I got real inspired, and you guys all have super long, hour-long readings. Please watch for all of your placements, because I put a lot of time and effort into these things. And just a warning, there's a very long intro before each sign's reading gets started. It will be the same on every sign, so you don't need to watch it multiple times, but please watch it one time, please, for several reasons. Mostly because I get into the Sabian symbols involved for the degrees of this eclipse. I also get into the astrology behind the eclipse. I also talk about the Scorpio Taurus nodes series of eclipses that this energy deals with. I also go through all 13 decks that I used in this reading, and yes, 13, that is correct. So watch it one time, all right? And then I'll put timestamps so you can skip it all the other times, because I know it's a lot. Anyways, please watch these. They're very important. And if you guys want to book a reading just like this one you're about to see for yourself, email me with the title Scorpio Eclipse Reading at ASouthernStrega@gmail.com. That's also in the description box. And I will be offering those for $50, all right? And that is like $25 off my normal hourly price, because these will be an hour long at least for each sign, okay? Love you guys so much. All right, let's get started with your reading. Oh, hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, or if you have been here before, either way, you're in for a huge treat today. I am doing probably the longest and most important free reading I've ever done in the history of me reading tarot today. In honor of the crazy Scorpio lunar eclipse that we just had here. It's going on right now. I started these readings midnight, the night of the eclipse. I'm planning on doing them all through the witching hour and up until sunrise, all right? This is going to be an intense reading. I have 13 decks to celebrate the Scorpio energy of the death card, number 13, all right? A lot of them are oracles, and there are also 5 tarot decks, okay? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 5. 5 tarot decks, 8 oracle decks, okay? If you don't want to hear my intro, there will be timestamps in the description box below where you can skip straight to your signs reading. I'm going to do a free extended on Southern Strega Studies, my other channel, so make sure that you are subscribed over there. I will provide that link in the description box below to that free extended. During that extended, I will give you the book reading, all right? See, because I've got all these oracle cards and these big information in here. This is all going to be intuitive today on the tarot channel. For the extra info for the book stuff, that will be your free extended. So definitely check that out to get a deeper meaning behind the cards that we pull today. So here is the order of how things are going to go. First, I'm going to show you all 13 decks that I have and the purpose of these decks and why I chose them. There's a method to my madness, all right? I'm going to give you a brief rundown of the Sabian symbols that I feel are important to this eclipse. And I am also going to give you a brief little astrological summary of this Taurus Scorpio eclipse node situation that's been going on since, end of 2021. And then after that, I'm going to do your readings, okay? So let's get to it. Let's start by looking at all these decks that I have and why I chose them. The first deck that we are going to be using is the Moonology deck, all right? It is a deck based on the cycles and the phases of the moon, okay? Because it's all just a phase, and this is one, and it's a very intense one, okay? After that, so that's going to determine what kind of phase the universe is seeing that you're in right now. So that's going to be a little general feeler for what's going on with you. After that, I'm going to use the Astrological Oracle to pull you a planetary energy as well as a zodiac energy. Also to gauge the overall general energies around you, working with you or against you right now, or that you might just need to be aware of. It also points to specific zodiac signs that you may or may not be dealing with, all right, or that you need to look out for, okay? After that, I have a deck I have not used yet. This is the only deck on the table that I have yet to use. It's brand new. I literally just did an unboxing for this deck on SouthernStrega Studies. That link will be in the description box below, as well as links to the other decks that I'm using today that have been unboxed. I will also provide you with links to purchase all of these decks as well. Anyways, the third deck we'll be using is the Seasons of the Witch, the Beltane Oracle, all right? If you've watched my channel before, I have used the Seasons of the Witch Sabian Oracle and the Yule Oracle. I am obsessed with this deck, these decks, these artists, these people. I can't speak enough. So I'm excited to use this deck for the first time for you guys. We're using that one because Beltane is traditionally celebrated on May 1st, May Day, which is just had it, okay? So we are in the energy of Beltane right now. As a sort of short summary of what Beltane energy means, it's Empress energy. It's growing, it's self-care, it is love, it is sex, it is beauty, it is fruition, it's nurture, it's spring into summer energy. It happens right in between spring and summer. So your little seeds have already been planted, and now you have to be the Empress and tend to them to make sure that they can make it into the summer to thrive. That's the kind of energy we're working with. So I want to take a look at the Beltane Oracle and see what's going on there. All right, with that, since that's the energy that the universe is in right now, we work with the energies, okay? After the Beltane Oracle, we're going to take a look at this beautiful deck, the Universal Folk Oracle. I was born in West Virginia, in Appalachia, and raised in the South. But folk, my deal, all right? I'm using this deck specifically to get ancestral messages from your passed on loved ones. It is a universal folk oracle. The people in this deck are very varied and from all cultures and backgrounds. So I want to get an ancestral message from that. Following the folk oracle, we are going to jump into the Enchanted Map Oracle, okay? I want to pull some cards from here to see kind of what's on the road ahead for you, like where you're heading. And then I'm going to clarify those cards from the Enchanted Map with our next deck, which is the Wild Unknown Tarot. It is a beautiful nature-themed deck. So basically, I use the Unknown Tarot, what you don't see coming, what you don't know yet, to clarify what's up ahead on the path that you don't know what is on yet, okay? After that, I'm going to do what most people call a Celtic cross, but I call it a Slavic because I'm Italian and Slavic mostly, among a lot of other things. And I also kind of give different meanings to my positioning and things the way that I do my Celtic. So I'm going to do you a whole Celtic cross spread because that's what you guys know, but it's my Slavic cross, all right? Using the Santa Muerte Tarot, okay? Because this is a Scorpio eclipse. This is death energy. This is the saint of death, all right? Santa Muerte. We're going to pull the cross with the death cards, and then we're going to clarify it, all right, with the Ostara cards. Ostara is another, witchy season that basically culminates the beginning of spring. So it's death and rebirth. Get it? Scorpio energy. Death, rebirth, death, rebirth. So this is the Ostara Tarot and what it looks like. It is a stunning deck. Beautiful. When we're done doing that, and that's going to take a look at your current energy, your past energy, outside energies, things that are going on in your head, in the forefront and behind the scenes, a predicted final outcome, what's coming in your near future, things that you are hoping and fearing, as well as energy that you have best in your control is what that reading will look at, and I will clarify. Following that, I am going to get a few warning messages from one of my all-time favorite decks, the Hoodoo Tarot. All right, just to get some good advice and warning messages and a little history, because I'm a Gemini Venus and I love to learn. After that, I have my favorite deck of all time, the Edward Gorey Fantod pack, which is a bizarre, macabre deck that is meant to be absolutely ridiculous and just kind of lighthearted, weird Scorpio vibes for you. Okay, so yeah, this is this deck. It's a weird one. And I will read you the weird little messages that go with that. And after that, I'm going to give you all what you want, because everyone I feel like comes to my channel for love readings. That's what I'm the best at, but I don't hate doing them, but I want to steer people into more than just love. But you are getting a love reading today as well from the Romantic Tarot. This deck is also beautiful. I am an art reader if you've not been here before, so I use so many decks. I give you lots of different nuanced meanings for the energies, all right? So your love reading will come from the Romantic Tarot. Let's see. That is, yeah. So after that, that was the 11th deck. The 12th deck that I have for you guys, this is a cool one. I don't know if I've used it on the channel or not before, but I do think I did unbox it, so I'll leave you the link for that. It's called the Enchanted Spell Oracle. It's a medieval hedge witch, garden kitchen witch type oracle. It is very nature-based. It talks about plants and herbs. It also uses the Celtic zodiac, which is 13 signs, ironically enough. Scorpio energy there. A lot of the cards will have, those 13 goddesses that represent the 13 signs. They'll give the dates on there. So some of you might get very specific dates to look out for either people born during those dates or things that might be happening during those dates. They also give herbal remedies and like spell work kind of stuff. And I don't want to be like, you're really Harry Potter. No, this is like stuff my mom used to do. Like she would boil cinnamon sticks and orange peels and, bay leaves and things together. And she said it was to make the house smell good, but it was really for luck, abundance, and other things. It's got stuff like that, old school medieval hedge witch magic type stuff to help you manifest, all right, and work with the energies that are best at your disposal. So that is deck number 12, and we're going to close it out with, all right, a oracle card from the Mother Mary Oracle. All right, it is a beautiful, very spiritual deck. It has many emanations of the Virgin Mary and different, virtues that she represents. So I'm just going, and they're very, profound cards and meanings. So I really hope you tune in for the extended and go listen to what the book says, because they almost always bring me to tears. Like literally, like they're so inspiring. And I've been marinating this with a huge chunk of amethyst, because after the reading, I feel like that's going to be a good way to calm it down, is to offer you some comforting advice and kind of direction and a warm hug from Mother Mary. Okay. So hopefully you get a good little spell or, something to do here with the whatever spell oracle, and then Mother Mary will give you a pat on the back. So yeah. Okay. If you guys want to book a personal reading, that info is in the description box below as well. So yeah, that's an overview of all the decks we will be using. So I hope you stay and see this. It's going to be long. I got my cozy blankie, Cancer problems, get a blankie, get, something to drink. It's going to be a minute. All right, that was the decks. Let's go over the astrology type things that are going on right now. Why is this eclipse such a big deal? Why is this such a dramatic one? Why do we care? Why am I putting so much effort into this reading? This is a penultimate eclipse in Scorpio, all right, happening across, the Scorpio Taurus nodes. That's when eclipses happen, all right, is when the moon lines up specifically with one of the nodes, okay? This time it is lining up with the south node that is in Scorpio right now. So, nodes in astrology, your north node and your south node, are karmic, hugely karmic, okay? Your north node is kind of like your North Star. It's pointing you in the direction of your destiny. It's trying to lead you somewhere out of the darkness, all right? It's a guiding energy star. South node is past life karma, where you've come from, who you used to be, all right? Things like that. I am a Leo North Node and a Aquarius South Node. So the fact that I have had tumultuous relationships with, you know, Aquarians my entire life is indicative very much of my past life karma. I must not have been a very easy Aquarian in my past life. All right. So yeah, there's that. Nodes are highly karmic. These nodes are fixed sign nodes, which is even rougher because the fixed signs are the ones that do not bend. All right. There is no give. It's black or white. It's yes or no. It is sugar get off the pot. All right. It is like, you better do something, or you get this violent wake up call from Scorpio energy where death is, you know, exercised somewhere and forcing you to rebirth. Okay. The best advice I can give you astrologically for these is to roll with it and accept these endings with gratitude, because anything that's being removed from you or taken away from you at this point is for your greater good, whether or not you want to believe that or not, because a lot of you are probably going through a really brutal time. Trust me, all right? This is supposed to be a very sobering energy. Scorpio energy does not like fence riders. Scorpio rules the 8th house, all right, which rules death and taxes. The only two things in life that are certain, all right? Death and taxes. That's it. And that's Scorpio. Scorpio does not play, all right? This eclipse is happening, all right, around the 13 to 14 degree of Scorpio. So I suggest all of you take a look at your natal charts and see what, you know, placements you have around 13, 14 degrees Scorpio. I also highly recommend that you look around 3 degrees of Scorpio and Taurus for your north and south node, where the north and south node is currently. See what planets or houses, whatever these things fall in for you, that might guide you in a better direction as to what will be going on for you in a let go sense, okay? These don't have to be bad endings, but they're huge and they're dramatic and they're emotional, and, you know, they're very fixed sign, all right? They're very Leo, Scorpio, Aqua, Taurus. Like, if you know those energies, you understand they don't back down. They don't take a maybe. You have to decide, or it will be decided for you. It's like a parental energy from the universe, and they're smacking you in the face with something like a spoiled teenager, okay? So that kind of gives you a general overview astrologically, all right, about what's going on here. Now, I want to get into the Sabian symbols just very briefly, because if you get your girl on a Sabian symbol tangent, we'll be here until next week, okay? I am still trying to figure out a way to approach the Sabian symbols on my SouthernStrega Studies channel and start having a discussion about them. But every time I feel like I've got a grasp, I get deeper in and I just keep learning about them. If you don't know what the Sabian symbols are, I do suggest you jump down that wormhole, especially, all right, to identify the degrees that you have planets and important placements in your birth chart, and correlate those with whatever the Sabian symbol is related to your placements, especially your personal planets. So like I said, I'm a 13-degree Scorpio moon, okay? The eclipse is happening on 13 and 14 degrees Scorpio. So we get to talk about my moon sign Sabian symbol today, all right? The symbols for 13 and 14 degrees Scorpio is, 13 is, you know, my sign, which is an inventor performing a laboratory experiment, okay? The one for 14 degrees is telephone lineman working on establishing new connections. All right, so the Sabian mysteries, basically, to sum it up, there was this psychic named Elsie Wheeler. She was disabled. She was a very gifted seer and psychic. She teamed up with with Mark, what is his name? Is it Mark Edwin Jones? I can't, his name is escaping me right now. I'm sorry. Anyways, he sat down with all 360 degrees of the birth wheel, okay? So all the degrees of Aries, all the degrees of Taurus, so on and so forth, and wrote each degree 1 through 360 on, you know, to represent the circle, on an index card, and he shuffled them all up, okay? And then he went somewhere with her in nature, okay? And he would randomly pick up a card, show her the number and the symbol, show her the number and the sign associated with it, like Aries 13. And she would immediately say what she channeled and what popped into her mind, okay? So every single degree in the birth chart has an associated Sabian symbol. And when I got into mine in my chart, let me tell you, it was like startling, some of the ones that I had, like startling, okay? So I do suggest that you research that for yourself. So anyways, all right, what do these Sabian symbols mean? 13 and 14 degrees, this lineman and the telephone connections and the, you know, inventor inventing. Basically, Scorpio energy is hard to grasp, okay? The moon hates being in Scorpio. It's in its fall in Scorpio. It does terrible in Scorpio, okay? Which people like me who are blessed with a Scorpio moon, all right, on the 13th degree of the death card, mind you, which is even more hilarious for me. We tend to, our emotions are our downfall, all right? They can have us act like monsters. They can have us disconnect completely from reality. We have a tendency to be very inward, highly emotional, also highly psychic and intuitive, PS with a Scorpio moon. But it's not a great energy. It's a hard one to work with emotionally. Scorpio likes, like I said, likes black and white, yes or no. Love and emotions are not black and white. They're confusing. They're muddled. They are watery. Scorpio likes order, okay? There's a reason Scorpio doesn't, you know, seem like a water sign. You don't associate a scorpion with water. You don't. And then the more evolved forms of Scorpio, we have, you know, an air sign, basically. We have the eagle or the hawk or whatever you want to call it in the middle transformation. And then the final form of a Scorpio is fire, a phoenix. So Scorpio is like not even, it's like Aquarius. Everyone thinks they're a water sign, but they're not. It's kind of like that with Scorpio. Like, it doesn't make sense why Scorpio would be a water sign, because they seem very blunt and very harsh and very scary and very mean sometimes, all right? At least, you know, not tame ones. But it's just, it is what it is, all right? And that's the energy of the eclipse that we're going through. It's uncomfortable. It feels very foreign. We have a tendency to get lost in these emotions, especially at the 13th degree. An inventor inventing. This is literally, you know, pointing to the idea of somebody who lives their life in pursuit of their dreams and their lofty goals and imagination, all right? Because if you're an inventor, whatever you're inventing hasn't been invented yet. It's only in your brain, all right? Scorpio energy is very internalized. It is 8th house. It is secret. It is hidden, all right? Underworld energy, not for humans, all right? Same with inventors. It's all in their brain. We don't know where these ideas come from, but they have them, and that's that. So that's an indicator of, like, are you going to spend your entire life in pursuit of something that you cannot prove or that might never come to fruition? Like, how much, you know, when does it become a dream and when does it become an obsession? Because Scorpio energy is obsessive in its bad form. And I will be the first one to testify that my Scorpio moon has made me crazy, all right? Crazy in the past. So we have to be very careful. Is this positive magician energy where we're taking that Ace of Wands and manifesting something new and good and positive? Or are we literally, you know, delusional here? All right? There's no room for any kind of delusion here. Everything is going to be very blunt. All right? The best way I can put this energy is blunt. Blunt, like a jailhouse shiv. All right? So there's that. The transition from the 13 to the 14, all right, the telephone man lines, you know, making new connections. You see all these workers that are connecting all these lines to allow all these people to communicate. It wants you to pay very close attention to who you are connecting to, who you are communicating with, how you are communicating. It's also an indicator for humanity as a whole that we're all becoming very much more connected, and we need to make sure that we, you know, take care of those connections and use them for good and not evil. Scorpio likes justice, all right? Scorpio represents the judgment card. It's not just justice, it's judgment. Scorpio is like the, sentencer after the trial. I am a former lawyer. I'm still a lawyer. I'm still in good standing. I still have my license. I'm just not practicing currently. But I really like to explain this in a legal context that, the fool is basically on trial from the time he's, born until the judgment card in the world. His final outcome is determined after judgment. So Scorpio is the judgment card. That is a Scorpio card because Scorpio, it's death or life. They're going to live or they're going to die, basically. Figure it out. This is what this is. It's sink or swim energy. All right, is what I was getting with this. So I also wanted to discuss the Sabian symbols for the North and South node during this eclipse season. They are both at 3 degrees. One is Scorpio, South node, and one is Taurus, North node, okay? The South node for Scorpio, 3 degrees, is neighbors helping in a house raising. And then for Taurus, North node, it is natural steps leading to a field of clovers, okay? This, to me, the North and the South node here, the South node is, like I said, past karma. This is, people coming together as a community and helping a house raising, okay? House raising is when the community would literally get together for either a newlywed couple or a new member in the tribe or something like that. And they would all pull together their resources, their energy and everything to help these people get a house together, like build them a little house so they had somewhere to be. It was a sign of being welcomed into the tribe. It was a sign of community. It was, using your energy to collaborate with your community and to do great things to, further your community and, continue life on earth, like as a human in a society. Okay. So that's where we're coming from, a place of doing the right thing and trying to advance society and be part of it and help it along and be kind. And then we have this energy of like, if we were doing this in the past, if we were being community oriented and, being a team player, then North Node, our destiny, where we're heading, where we're supposed to be going towards, is these natural steps with the field of clovers. The fact that it's natural steps means that you don't have to build the steps, you don't have to work for them, that the universe literally just laid out a path for you to this field filled with luck. All right, clovers are associated with luck and money and gold and treasure and leprechauns and good luck. All right, so that's what that is. So you really need to be taking a look at how you've been acting in the past, how you've been treating your neighbors, your friends, your relationships, what kind of connections you're making. Are they positive? Are they going to advance your community? Would these people show up to help you build a house? Would they welcome you into their community? Really be looking at these things, because if these energies are not cooperative, if you're not being cooperative, if the people around you are not, like, they will be removed. This is judgment time coming in, okay? So that was a Sabian overview. Last thing about the astrology and why I feel like this is such an important reading is this cycle with this eclipse here. It started back in I want to say November 2021 when the Taurus, Scorpio nodes shifted and we started having eclipses on those nodes. That's when everything kind of started popping off with this. We had 2 major blood moon eclipses in rapid succession, like very close to each other. One was on May 15th, 2022. So almost a year ago to the day of this eclipse now. And then we had another one, November 8th, 2022, blood moon also. 2 blood moons. That was in Scorpio season, okay? And then we've got this one today on 5/5. And then we have another one, which is a partial October 28th of this year. That's on the Taurus moon and the Scorpio sun. And then the next blood moon, all right, is not until March 13th of 2025. So to me, and what I feel with my Scorpio moon, with this energy, is that kind of whatever you started off in mid 2021, all right, that is going to play out, or you're going to be reaping what you sow with that until, 2025, basically. So really, we're right in the middle of this energy, which is why this eclipse is so important. It's the turning point. Judgment is where we're at now. The next step is the world. The world is final. Judgment can go either way. Okay? So you're on trial right now. You've presented all of your evidence. So there's no time to like suck up or anything like that. It's like you better have learned your lessons and you better make your decisions now. Okay? Because, that verdict is getting handed down. And we're going to, see whether or not you're going to get a good one or not. So that's why this is so important. Okay? Choices. It's all about choices. All right. So that covers all of my... Jesus, that was a 30-minute intro, y'all. I am going to be so tired tomorrow. But I am like geeked on this energy. Like I am, first of all, it's Mercury retrograde. So that's another reason why this eclipse is crazy. I was born during Mercury retrograde. Okay. I have a 13-degree Scorpio moon, which is where this is all going down at. And I don't know. I just get like, I am a Cancer sun. So the moon literally rules me. So I'm here for it. I'm into it. I love moon energy. Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. I don't like to plug Kanye because he's like, I think he's suffering from mental health. I'm not going to knock the guy. He's talented as all get out. But that song, Praise God, all right? God, what are the lyrics to that? We gonna praise our way out the gray, dark living, hopping out the graveyard, coming back to life. Oh, he's talking about we're just gonna be thankful, all right, for this death. He's talking about praying your way and praising your way out of the depths of despair, coming out of the graveyard back to life, and being thankful for learning the harsh lesson of death and rebirth. Okay? It's a theme in all the religions. It's a Christ-like theme. So anyone on here saying I'm some Satanist can just suck it, first of all. Anyways, all right. Let's see. What order do I want to go in? I don't know. So I'm going to use my trusty little jar here that has all the zodiac signs mixed up in it. So I'm just going to let the universe tell me. All right, who's got next? Who's next? Y'all, I am like, I'm trying my hardest to get through these. It's so long. These have been so long. I did not realize that these would be over an hour long. I don't know what I was thinking. Who's next? I got Gemini, Aqua. I got a bunch left. Who's left? Who's next? Sag. Sagittarius. That's why I felt like I needed to burn some fire energy. I needed to. I haven't done this for most of them, but I needed to. I need to clear it out before I read for Sag. I gotta see that fire. Gotta get into that fire energy. I love the smell of Palo Santo. Also, I hate the way that this camera light looks. Let's see if we can find a better one, Sag. That's a little better. Yeah, that's better. All right, Sag, let's get into it. I'm just taking my time with these readings, and I'm sorry about it. I'm going to stand that up and hope I don't regret that. I'll let you know. First shuffle will probably... No, it's good. All right. All right, Sag, let's get your Moonology card first. Show me what Sag needs to see. What phase are they in right now? That was quick. You got a full moon too. You got full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Devil energy, sea goat energy. Something very emotional, something dealing with control. I like when people are pulling full moons during this time though, because it's full moon reading and you should be in full moon energy of letting go and releasing. I hear my baby creeping out of his room right now. He's about to make a cameo. He's made a cameo in several videos. I forget who they were. The end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. This could be dealing with work, all right? Also, I feel like this is you creating some boundaries for yourself. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. This is some restrictions being lifted, things that have been holding you back, things that have been, it's like disciplinarian energy I get with this. That's coming to a head. Something you've been having to fight for, or you've been having to, you know, be, if you have to be like a, you know, overly harsh parent or something like that, or whatever this is. Hi, AJ, I hear you. It's coming to an end, all right? This is good energy. I like starting off with this. I like that. Starting off with earth energy for you. And watery. Capricorn's opposite sign also is Cancer. This is like something that's been all business. That's not been showing a lot of emotion towards you. All right, let's get your planetary and your zodiac energies now. Let's see if Capricorn or Saturn shows up. Somebody had that. Who was it? I know somebody had Saturn. I don't know. I've done so many of these. All right, let's go. Show me what Capricorn. Show me what Sag needs to see. Oh, there it is. Ooh, Neptune. I don't know if anyone's pulled Neptune yet. Piscean energy. Interesting. Upright. Okay. All right, let's get your zodiac energy. What's that going to be? Ooh, that was quick. Cancer in the reverse. I just summoned Cancer. What did I say? It hasn't been emotional. It's been confusing on the emotional part. Aquarius was there. Hell yeah, it has. This tough cycle has been, it might not be work, but whatever this is, it was highly emotionally confusing. You have confusing Neptune energy, Piscean energy of Cancer in the reverse, which is controlling mother energy. You've got full moon in Capricorn, which is, you know, daddy Saturn energy. This is tough energy to deal with. It's a lot of restrictions. It's a lot of restraint. It's a lot of exercising control in a very toxic way. A lot of this was emotional manipulation that you guys were dealing with in a very large way. Either you're doing it to somebody or they're doing it to you. That is coming to an end. I get a lot of narcissism with this energy here. You got the Devil, the High Priestess, and then like Empress in reverse, Moon in reverse energy. That's like manipulative mother energy, like guilt mother, bad mother energy, and bad daddy energy. It's like just bad parental energy. This might be dealing with some kind of a childhood trauma. I get like 6 of Cups in reverse with this. This cycle has been something that's been holding you back for a very long time. You are Sagittarians. You're supposed to travel. You're supposed to move. You're supposed to grow spiritually. You're supposed to become enlightened. You're supposed to thirst for like knowledge and new things. Something regarding that has been difficult or it's been hard to work through. A lot of you guys are going through like some kind of a midlife crisis, or you're coming into some kind of a newfound respect for your spirituality, and it's very odd and weird and uncomfortable. A lot of people aren't helping you, you know, realize those goals that you have. I feel like a lot of people might think what you're doing is weird. Neptune energy is very uncomfortable. A lot of you guys have been dealing with mental health things, all right? I feel like you're getting a hold of that. Cancer in reverse is Empress in the reverse. That's not taking care of yourself, a lack of self-love. It's, you know, not being a good mom, all right? Not taking care of your body, not taking care of your mind, your spirit. Neptune energy literally deals with the 12th house, which is like insane asylums and craziness and otherworldly, literally not grounded energy, all right? And then you've got the Devil thrown in there with everything and a full moon. That's reaching a boiling point. A lot of you guys might have an emotional breakdown, but it's the peak of that. I want you to know that that ends the cycle where you finally like say, I need help, some of you. And please ask for help if you need it. All right, let's get your Beltane energy. That was fast. Surrender. Why did I just get surrender to the void? That's a beautiful card. My God, 41-5 energy. Yikes. That's the worst energy in the tarot, the hardest one to deal with. It feels like an ending. It feels like pain. It feels confusing. It feels like you want out of that energy, but you can't because you're only halfway through. You still got the whole half of the other side of the energies to go. It says there's nothing more blissful than the act of letting go, of setting yourself free of all that doesn't serve you. This has been really confusing to detach from emotionally, whatever's going on here. But that cycle is ending. It's telling you that this cycle is ending, and now it's telling you to surrender to that. you have to let go of whatever this is. There's something that you're holding on to because you don't quite know what's going on there. You can't read the room here. Like you're having a hard time tuning into your intuition with whatever this is. Your intuition is very important right now with Neptune. Pisces is really important energy that you need to be aware of. Surrender to your intuition and allow it to know you when enough is enough, when to say when. Just got that song by Drake, when to say when. Isn't that a song by him? I think so. Look up those lyrics. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to your next one. Let's get a message from the Fae Folk, the Universal Folk Oracle. And make sure y'all check out the extended where I read you what the book says about all of these oracle cards. Get your free message there. Show me what you guys want to tell Sag today. What do you guys want to tell Sag today? Authenticity. I get Aquarian energy with this big time. That's a beautiful card, first of all. I'm going to get one of these weird little fairies tattooed on me. Authenticity, individual, unique, self-love. This is being your own weirdo self and self-love. And you pulled Cancer in the reverse. That's literally Empress energy. They're wanting to really draw attention to that. Also, 35 makes an 8. That's Scorpio energy. You guys are reading like a self-sacrificing Cancer or a self-sacrificing Virgo right now. Coming across as, you know, putting everyone else's needs above your own, a very Aquarian theme here. That's not good right now. You need to be a little selfish. You need to rein yourself in. You need to be focusing on your health and well-being. A lot of you guys are running yourselves ragged. You need to be very careful about that. It's also wanting you to be straight up Aquarian, like, you know, individualistic, very unique, very out there. As weird as it is, like, wear it on your sleeve. Like, that's your strength at this time. A lot of you guys with that Neptune energy, you're not wanting to mother that Cancer in reverse. You're not wanting to foster that weird 12th house, weird spirituality path. It feels very foreign and you almost feel crazy for believing certain things, but you need to pursue that. If your intuition is pushing you to get into strange things like that, there's a reason for it. There's something that you learn. There's something you gain. Don't ever ignore that. And don't ever feel like, you know, I feel like I get this energy of people like shunning you, all right? She's like black sheep energy. Like, oh my God. My air conditioning just kicked on. I hear my kid's door creaking open. It's like super creepy energy right now. AJ, what are you doing? I keep expecting him to like pop up and creep me out. And we like joke, me and my older son, we call AJ Chucky because he looks like Chucky sometimes. He's got this weird little Chucky smile. And he will creep you out. And he likes to creep you out. I think that's his Aqua rising. I don't know. But he's creaking that damn door right now. And AJ, come here. Come here. Do y'all hear that creaking? It sounds like there's literally a ghost walking around my house right now. Come here, buddy. Cussy mommy. I hope it's him and not the damn raccoons that have been living in my attic. I trapped the big ringleader and now I think the other ones are mad and I keep waiting for them to fall through my crawl space right here and like run into my room and attack me. I try to make peace with them. Like I let them eat out of the trash cans and they decided to move into my attic. So I had to remove them. I was like, you can't live inside. I know I'm Snow White, like literally. I'm literally like Snow White. I have a woodpecker like pecking on the side of my house trying to get in. I've got raccoons living in the attic. I've had like so many birds around here, like random street cats show up and we don't even live in an area with street cats. All right, your first map card is listening. Wise old elephant energy. Listen to your intuition, all right? Also follow the beat of your own drummer. There's, you know, a little bird sitting on the elephant's head. There's all these music notes. Listen to your intuition. That's 53. Again, 8 energy, death and rebirth. This tough cycle is over. You're rebirthing something new. One ring circus. There's more weirdo outcast energy. My circus, my monkeys. What is, like, listen, that's your motto, your mantra going into this eclipse season or whatever is not my circus, not my monkeys. If this stuff doesn't gel with you, if this is not your tribe, if this is not your, you know, responsibility, you need to not be dealing with that. That's 15. That's devil energy. All right. That's that self-doubt. That's that feeling like a weirdo and, you know, shutting yourself down. You guys aren't the type to like play small. All right. But 15, it also breaks down to a 6, meaning you need to, you know, collaborate. You need to get back out there. You need to give what you have to others. All right. If you have extra, you need to be giving of yourself. Now you got protecting treasure. I want to say, who pulled that? Somebody else pulled that. I don't remember. 39, 12, or 3. Cooperation again. 3. You got a lot of 3s. 3, 3, 3. A lot of 3s, a lot of 5s, and a 1, an ace. You have something of value, and I think a lot of you are letting people like make you not feel that way. A lot of you guys don't understand how like you're neglecting yourself here. All right, the treasure here I read for you in this card is like yourself. All right, she's trying to protect whatever this pile of gold and stuff is on the side, and half of her is hanging out in the rain. Like, she needs to be putting that umbrella over herself. All of that tangible physical stuff does not matter. Herself is what she needs to be protecting. That's what you need to be protecting. Also, this, I can't get my, I read art if you've not been here before. That's what makes me strange. But this glowing, whatever this is down here, I didn't notice that before. That to me is like spirit, and she's like staring at it, and her hair's like dragging. She's keeping that part very dry. That's what you need to protect. Whatever that inner spiritual thing is that's like calling to you and making you go in a certain direction, like your inner light. It sounds so corny. Like, I hate sounding like some weird new age person, but that's what it feels like. It feels like you have some kind of, you're a Sag, you're spiritual. Okay. It's like you have some weird calling and you want to go towards it, but you have all this self-doubt. You're listening to other people instead of listening to yourself. You're hearing all this little birds chitter chatter, and you're the wise elephant that like knows all. Like, why are you listening to these people? Why are you letting them tell you, you know, how to be or how to live or what's right or what's wrong? You guys are a rebellious sign. All right. You are. Be that. Be rebellious. That door creaking is like the creepiest horror movie shit ever. And I'm like a single mother that lives alone in like rural South Georgia. In some swamps in the low country in Hoodoo territory. And I also just binge watched, you know, 2 seasons of that show Ghost on CBS. And if you've not watched that, it's amazing. Amazing little 30-minute cute comedy show about a house. It's actually based off a BBC show. I would highly recommend checking that out. I'm doing 3 shuffles to clarify these with the Wild Unknown Tarot to get you some more info. Listening is here because the moon, other people are getting in your ear. You're letting these little, like I said, this little bird, why are they listening to this chitter chatter? It's like Twitter energy, the world in reverse, dang. And the dang 8 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. This has got to stop. You're taking things to heart too much. Almost like that's that Cancerian energy here. Why are you taking this so personal? 8 of Wands in reverse is like unwelcome change, unexpected change, or communication that, you know, doesn't sit right or is very uncomfortable. You are hearing some uncomfortable things or getting some uncomfortable messages. This also reminds me very much of the Ace of Wands with like, look at all those chakras lighting up there. It gives me Ace of Wands energy, like a new spiritual beginning. Aces are always gifts from spirit. You know, Wands energy is spiritual energy. It's almost like there's a death to that energy. It's a spiritual rebirth for you that I'm feeling in a very large way. A whole new way of thinking and doing. And now I hear baby chatter, which adds to the creepiness. The confusion over what you want to pursue, who you want to be, you know, taking control of your own karma, like the life you want to live, you know, the path you want to follow. The confusion around that needs to stop. You need to stop listening to everyone else's everyone else's opinions and focus on what you want. What is your Ace of Wands? What is your spark that makes you want to get up, get out of bed, and get motivated to live and do something? A lot of you guys are allowing other people to dictate what it is that you do and live for. That needs to not happen anymore. One Ring Circus, why are you here? Hi, my baby. Why aren't you sleeping? Super late at night, you little creep. I've had to change this kid's pajamas like so many times. He's been like throwing up and not having a great time. You got the Three of Cups, the Six of Wands in the reverse, and the Ten of Wands. This is needing other people's approval. It's also you going back to other people's circuses, like literally. Ugh. First of all, there's another elephant on this card. Elephants are super significant for you. I don't know why, but look. Take your weird little elephant and go stand on an island instead of standing there letting the birds stand on your head and, you know, cloud your judgment. Six of Wands in reverse is about people not seeing you in your best light, not appreciating you, not celebrating you and your achievements, not recognizing your abilities and your worth and your value. That is what's breaking you. Ten of Wands with the Three of Cups, constantly trying to, you know, join that party of people who don't get you. They don't get you. They don't see it, all right? They don't value your opinion or your worth. They don't see, you know, your achievements. This is also you trying to go back and revisit or prove to other people in your past, like Three of Cups is reunion type energy. This is you trying to go back to your past to no avail, Ten of Wands breaking you, to prove your worth and your value to other people. And that's like a circus when you do that. And that's your own making, a One Ring Circus. You're the only one in that circus. You're the clown. You're the one, you know, clowning yourself, trying to go back and get the approval. All right. A lion does not, you know, care about the approval of the sheep. And your fire energy, I know you're not a Leo, but your fire energy. An elephant is, you know, also a huge apex predator. Even though they don't eat other animals, they're too big to take down. It's more like a Sag energy, you know, you're very spiritual, you're very wise. You don't have to use force like a Leo. You use your fire energy in a very wise, you know, energy. And man, that made so much sense. That analogy. I gotta remember that. I gotta write that down. What would an Aries be then? An Aries would be like the Phoenix maybe, because they're kind of like the Fool. They're just rebirth. Interesting. Interesting. You guys always teach me something when I read. All right, protecting treasure. Treasure is your Ace of Wands, your spark, your inner light, your will. You need to protect that. Some people are trying to put it out with their emotional damage. I just got emotional damage. My son watches that stupid thing on loop. The Four of Swords. The Nine of Swords in the reverse. And the Page of Cups in the reverse. You got the Four of Wands in the reverse. You got so much fire energy. At least you're in your own energy is all I can say about that. But you're allowing it to, like, how do I say this? I don't know if you're trying to come across or find a way to not hurt people's feelings right now, or to just, you're playing very small with this energy, and that is not like you, okay? I see you not wanting to, like, really speak your true feelings about something, which is causing, you know, your anxiety to increase about a situation. And instead of just off with their heads like a swords person would do and getting rid of this energy, you hear the train in the background. Chariot, time to go, time to move, time to protect yourself. Came with a protecting treasure energy, and you pulled Cancer, and you got the train in yours. I live right behind train tracks, and I feel like every time they go off in a reading, it's important. You don't want to speak your true feelings about something with this Page of Cups in reverse. You feel childish, you feel stupid, you feel like it's not going to be understood, but that's only increasing your anxiety here. And instead of just, you know, cutting ties and getting, you know, saying what you need to say, speaking your heart, whatever this is, you get into Four of Swords energy, where you try to come up with a different kind of truth, where you know, think about how much it's going to hurt to speak your mind about something or confess your feelings about something, and then you just lay there. You just lay there, you're waiting for some kind of enlightenment, a way out, a way to do this the easy way, and there is not an easy way to be your authentic self. That is the hardest thing that we have to learn how to do as humans, straight up, is to literally live in our authentic truth. Not caring, all right, what, you know, others think or judge or say. That doesn't give you the liberty, though, to just do whatever and be a honey badger and hurt other people. As long as you're doing no harm, all right, whatever life you want to live for yourself, you should be allowed to live that, all right? You should. All right, let's do your Santa Muerte Slavic cross for you guys, your general energy check-in portion. And then we're going to clarify that with the Ostara Tarot. Show me Sag's energy right now. What do they need to be aware of? What's in the center of it? I felt so it's in your heart space, and that's when the cards messed up. Show me the past, the present, the near future, the final outcome, the trajectory, outside energies, the subconscious, the conscious. Crossing. Show me the outside influences. Show me the fears, the hopes. What does Sag need to see, please? It's just a phase. And everything comes in threes. I keep getting that. I keep getting that and getting that. And you guys pulled a bunch of threes for your oracle. Center of everything. Strength in the reverse. I said you're not a Leo. Maybe you need to be. You need to be. You fear. There's a lot of fear, all right? Also, you've just been bullied. Some of you have just been broken down. I got emotional manipulation immediately from that energy that I pulled. Narcissistic abuse, emotional abuse, like terrible parenting, abandonment, things that make things very hard to function in society. 5 of Swords energy crossing you. No shock, all right? You feel attacked. You feel judged. You're really worried. 4 of Swords showed up. Like, you keep thinking about all the terrible outcomes of what's going to happen here. You also understand that it's necessary right now. 5 of Swords is about knowing in the moment that things are so triggering and so complicated and so uncomfortable that you have to find a way to win immediately. It's fight or flight instincts, all right? You either stay there and you fight or you flee. You don't know what to do here. You're kind of paused. That's crossing you. You feel like anything you choose or any way you go, you're going to feel attacked or people are going to judge you for it. You have the 7 of Wands in the recent past. Lots of fire showing up for you. I do feel like you started to establish some boundaries. I like this Knight of Pentacles on your mind. That you realize that there was a need to defend. First of all, you were put in the position to have to defend yourself. That's at the crux of what is the 7 of Wands. Like, needing to take up arms and needing to exert force and, you know, tell people back off. It's like a warning shot. All right. That's the kind of energy you felt in. So you were feeling very attacked. You were feeling like you needed to be on guard. But also, you realize that you needed to start walling yourself off from these energies and that you had more power to do that than you realized. Because currently you're in this very good headspace of the Knight of Pentacles. Grounded, focused, all right? Attempting to, but here's my only problem with this. I read art, okay? Again, that's why I'm different. In the way I'm looking at it, he's looking off towards the future, all right? That's the way he wants to go. But his horse is pointed at the past. Him and his horse are looking towards the future, but their direction is still towards the past. This is you not like knowing and seeing what lies ahead and how much greater it could be and a stable long-term outcome. Knight of Pentacles is the only one that ever accomplishes his mission. You're realizing you're wanting to see something through. You see it, you can visualize it, but there's something, you know, you feel like is pulling you back towards the past. You need to remember that there was a need to defend yourself, that it wasn't safe back there. 7 of Wands is not a safe energy. Coming up in the near future is the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is what, you know, I'm not shocked to see that. This is you not wanting to speak your harsh truth. The Ace of Swords is always an uncomfortable and very life-changing epiphany, thoughts, you know, words, conversation, whatever. You are showing that 4 of Swords energy where you lay down on the Ace of Swords because you don't want to deal with that truth. This is you still not wanting to deal with that. Also, there's a little bit of an energy of you here, I'm not going to lie, with this 7 of Wands, of you defending the past. All right? For some reason, you're taking up the 7 of Wands stance to defend the past people, the past behaviors, the past whatever. You're wanting to defend that. You need to not make excuses for that. Don't enable that energy. It's not serving you right now. At the bottom of the reading is the Nine of Pentacles. Your ability to not need to depend on anyone else, all right? Nine of Pentacles energy depends on nobody. At the bottom of everything in your subconscious where you don't want to dwell, all right, you know that you can be independent and that you can be successful and that you have what it takes, all right, to put yourself in a place of the Knight of Pentacles, heading to a permanent solution to something. I don't know who told you that you couldn't do something or that you were incapable, but that's a bunch of BS and you know it. But why are you not believing it? It's like that's fading. You're drawing back towards this negative energy here instead of keeping your eye on the prize. You're not wanting to see the truth about what you do. Here's another ace for you. Ace of Pentacles in your control. This is nuts, all right? To have 2 aces in a 10-card pull. That's nuts. There's only 4 in the 8-card deck. That's nuts. And to have the Ace of Pentacles in your control, this is literally like Spirit giving you a softball to, hit out of the park. The Ace of Pentacles is the one that you probably want the most because it's solid, it's stable, it will provide, all right? It's the grounds for being able to entertain all the other energies because it's earth energy. It's tangible. Everything else is up in the air. Swords are in your mind, cups are in your heart, fire's in your belly, it's like in your will. This is the only one that, you can actually influence and control. And it's in your control. But why don't you want to believe that? Ace of Swords in reverse is the energy in your near future. But your guides are telling you, no. Ace of Pentacles, you need to make sense of this. This is doable. This is tangible. This is gettable. Also, this is your ability to invest solidly into anything right now. The energy you have, no shock, on the outside is the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is the previous seeds that you've planted with whatever this outside energy is, reaching no conclusion, all right? Nothing coming of it, not receiving any rewards for your effort and your hard work. So why are you still defending this energy? Or why are you, trying to placate or get validation from this energy? Nothing good comes of that. There's nothing to gain anymore from this outside energy. It's not serving you at all. There's no fruits coming from all the laboring dealing with that. You got the 7 of Swords in your hopes and your fears. In that coffin, it says hope and reflection. That's that 4 of Swords again, coming back to that. Laying down and reflecting. You got a lot of cards about being in your head about stuff. And y'all aren't the type to be. Fire signs are instinctual. They act. They don't think. You act on instinct and y'all are ignoring your instincts. You're shutting those down. You guys read like an air sign. Because you're refusing in the center of everything. Is that the only major that's popped up for you? It is. The Strength card is the only major that's popped up so far. Because you're refusing to tap into, your fellow sign, fire signs energy, the Leo energy. You guys are very self-serving, not self-serving. You're very self-sacrificing people. You're too kind. You're too forgiving. You're too giving. You give too many chances. You have a real problem with guilt and feeling selfish for putting yourself first. You're very, spirit-minded and, community conscious, which is great. You're deserved good karma. I was talking about in the intro, that neighboring stuff and the house raising and all of that. Like if you've been helping your community and doing all you can to raise people up spiritually, then you'll be gifted with something. And you obviously have been because you have the Ace of Pentacles in your control. Literally the master of your own destiny. There's another, dang, I just said you had no more majors and look what you got for the final outcome, the Star. That is beautiful. If you can swallow this truth and the Fool at the bottom of everything, listen up. This is nuts. A Scorpio eclipse is about death and rebirth. At the bottom of your energy is the Fool. You have the Ace of Pentacles in your control. All you have to do is understand that you can do whatever you want here. You got to believe that anything is possible at this point. The Star is the, besides the sun, is like the happiest dang card in the tarot. It's everything you could ever wish for and dream for. It's healing from all the trauma, from all the pain. It's peace, it's calm, it's, Valhalla energy. It's beautiful. And that's what you're ending up with. The problem is you're going to talk yourself out of it. Some of you have given up on this concept or think it's ridiculous. You see that Seven of Swords and your hopes and your fears here? Getting what you want to some of you and like being totally happy is terrifying. So you want to talk yourself out of that. Your biggest hope is the Seven of Swords. That's to run from the fight, to, you know, lay down like a dog, to steal the weapons so you don't have to engage in battle. But the battle's still going to go. Even if you steal those 2 swords, there's still like 1,000 more. But at the same time, you fear that. It's like you're very aware that you sabotage yourself to some extent. And a lot of you guys just are allowing other people to tell you that you're like smoking something, like you're pipe dreaming. It's not true. What you want is achievable. The star is about, you know, being able to achieve your wildest dreams. And the Ace of Pentacles is the start of putting in the effort towards your wildest dreams. You already understand, Knight of Pentacles on your mind here, that this is something that can, you know, go long term. You need to pursue whatever this is. Quit defending things from your past that tell you otherwise. All right, let's clarify. One more for Sag. I love that the Fool's on the bottom of this. You want to see Death, Fool, all those kind of energies during this time. I read energy. I want you to be in the energy of the universe, you know, and you're being gifted a new start. That means you've done something good. I just got big Libra energy. There's the Fool again. You're afraid of the new start. That's the problem in the heart of everything. New start is scary. Fool energy is scary. You don't have the strength to get into Fool energy, all right? The Fool doesn't have baggage. The Fool has never interacted with humans that have broken his soul. That's why the Fool is brave enough to do anything. That's why your baby will go over and stick a fork in a light socket because, woo, you know, it's just cool and it's new. I'm going to try everything. You don't have that strength. You don't have that trust in the universe. You're very jaded here. You're very, you know, skeptical. You're very untrusting. You also, a lot of you just don't want to start over again. I feel like you've, you know, scratched, clawed, pushed, pulled all this wand energy in the past, the Seven of Wands vibe, to get where you're at, that you don't want to let go. It's like, God, I've gone so far. How can I just let this go? Because when you let go, it's like you're giving something else. You want full energy right now, and you got it twice. That's crazy. Crazy. Crossing you the dang devil. What? Shocker. Shocker. The devil with the Five of Swords. Mental manipulation, allowing toxicity, other people's baggage, you know, negative energy to control your mind, to sabotage you, to think that you need to fight for what it, you know, what it is that you want, to think that you have to sink to that level and also be manipulative, to prey on your, you know, clarity of thought. That's why you got the Ace of Swords, you know, in the reverse in your near future, because the dank devil is crossing you with that Five of Swords. They want you in conflict. Whoever this energy is that you're dealing with, they want you in conflict. They want you confused. They don't want you to see things clearly. It's a very narcissistic, emotionally manipulative vibe. I don't know if you're doing this to yourself or this is somebody else doing this to you, but it's like clear as a bell to me that it's sabotaging you and it's breaking your spirit. You're losing your dinosaur. Don't lose your dinosaur. Go watch Step Brothers. Recent past, there's that star in reverse. Interesting. I can't believe you guys are doubling up on these energies. 10 cards, and to clarify the 10 cards before, and you're matching them up. How many cards are in my hand? You know how hard that is to do? Because whatever this old hope or dream, whatever this was, a lot of you guys have given up on a hope and a dream, and that dream is very much still alive. There's a new shot at that. There's a new angle to go about. A lot of you guys are so broken, star in reverse here, you know, of having to fight and claw and scratch. Like I said, I keep getting this like just survivor energy in the past, and it's rough. You feel like it broke you, but you can see just barely, all right, with this Knight here, that there is a way forward and that you can make it and you can make it through and you can succeed. Don't give up on this dream. Some of you are. Somebody's going to come in the near future, I feel like, and tell you again how stupid this is, but it's a lie. The Hierophant is on your mind. That is beautiful. You're pulling Taurus energy. These eclipses are happening on the, you know, Taurus Scorpio node. It's important, all right? You want to do it right this time. You want to do things by the book. that man and the horse are staring right at that book. You also, it looks like a door opening up. This looks very fiery. Okay, it doesn't look, you know, like earth energy. It looks like fire energy. Look at the hand at the bottom. It looks like a big bonfire, and it looks like flames surrounding everything. This also is a new spiritual path, all right? Hierophant is your spiritual teacher. You guys are being very called to break from tradition, and the past wants you back into that old way. Do not feel like you are letting anybody down or making anybody disappointed. If they are disappointed about you becoming enlightened or becoming, you know, happy or at peace with something that doesn't fall in line with their belief of what that means, then they're not your people, as hurtful as that is. At the end of the day, we all come from the same Holy Spirit. We are all part of the same energy, all right? How we move with that energy and use it to transform, because energy can't be destroyed, only transformed or transferred. So how you're doing that, you know that there's a different way you want to be doing that. All right, you got the King of Pentacles coming up for the near future. This is you, all right, getting that idea. Look at that pentacle dangling over your head. But why are you staring forward? Why don't you have your eyes on the prize? Are you losing sight of that? All right, or is somebody telling you you can't have it, or it's out of your reach? It's on your mind and you want it, but for whatever reason, you're an Ace of Swords in reverse, not believing that. Not believing you can have it. You can. There's a second chance with something. I feel that very strongly for some of you. I also feel like there's a fresh start. This is literally like death and rebirth. This time though, you've righted some kind of karma. You've fixed something. You got a lot of spiritual cards here. Hierophant, star, 2 stars, Hierophant, 2 aces. Those are very spiritual. You've righted some kind of a wrong. It's ready, you know, this time if you do it again and you show your tenacity, it's like it's bound to succeed. 9 of Pentacles is clarified by Temperance. This again, all right, in the reverse. Something about you having to go down this road again or do it all on your own or be responsible for your own destiny is very, you know, off-putting to you. It makes you feel very out of whack. You feel like you don't have a lot of control over that. There's a lot of earth and a lot of air showing up for you. You are a free-flowing fire energy representing the house of higher spiritual learning and travel, and you're reading like a fixed air sign. This is not a good energy for you to be in. It's against your nature. It's restrictive. That's your own energy. Temperance in the reverse, stuffed in your subconscious. Along with your, the 9 of Pentacles, which is literally your ability to be an independent person, living in your own truths and being very grounded in your beliefs. Like, I don't know why you think something can't work. I just got the little engine that could. Dang, there's that Strength card again. I cannot believe the amount of doubling up and the amount of majors and aces for you. In the center of your reading is Strength in reverse, and in your control is the damn Strength card upright. And look, she looks like she's holding the damn Ace of Pentacles. That looks like an Ace of Pentacles that she's holding. And it's clarifying the Ace of Pentacles upright. Ball is in your court, is all I can say with this. Because whatever this stuff from the past is, whatever you're working with on the outside here, it's not helpful. It's like overly guarded, it's combative, it's not working with you. 8 of Pentacles in reverse, it's never going to turn into anything good. It's like you need to take matters into your own hands. A lot of you guys need to get in some lone wolf type energy. Yeah, they got the 7 of Wands in reverse. That's that energy from the past. Nothing comes of this, so stop defending it. They're not defending you. They're not putting up a fight. They're not trying to see anything come of this. They're actually literally playing games with you. Look at this card. It's the Chutes and Ladders game. They build you up just to tear you down more. They give you an inch just to see if you'll strangle yourself with it. It's like you climb this ladder to get to them and then they kick you down the slide. You're never going to get anywhere with this energy. It's like a dang merry-go-round. The song that never ends, that annoying energy. Got the Queen of Swords to that 7 of Swords. I don't know if you're afraid to see the truth about something. I don't know if you don't want to admit the truth about something, but you're scared of your own dang thoughts. You're scared of believing that this is the way. This is a really confusing energy. Why are all these swords and, pentacles showing up for you? Your hope and your fear is to swallow the truth and to believe it yourself. Why are you afraid to believe in yourself? Because others don't? Because others tell you otherwise? No. Oh my God, the Tower. But it's the Tower clarifying the star. And that's Scorpio energy. And you want that right now. This is a good Tower. Clearly, with the star. This is beyond your wildest dreams. This completely changes everything. It sends you, and not only, I feel like you get sent to another dang realm with this. It's bizarre. And there's the Knight of Cups in the reverse on the bottom of everything. Huh. Interesting. Muy interesante with that. That's why. You guys are really afraid to step on toes. You guys are really afraid to be different. You're afraid to be the black sheep, to be a disappointment. All right? You're afraid to speak your heart. You don't want to talk about any of that stuff. You're afraid that your new way of being, your new life, your new relationship, your new job, your new move, whatever this is going to hurt people's feelings. So instead, you're, talking yourself out of it. You're afraid to follow your passions is what this is. And you need to not be, all right? Because the universe is throwing you literally a giant softball. Not even throwing it to you. They've put it on a tee in front of you. So literally my 2-year-old son could knock that stuff out of the park. It's literally put it right there in your hands. This is stunningly beautiful energy, Sag. And you are one of the first signs that I have felt very positive, all right, energy for. That's crazy. I don't even want to yell at you about anything except just to, quit believing other people's narrative of you. Like, why are you doing that? I don't know. All right, now up next we have Hoodoo Tarot warning messages for you. I'm going to do 3 of those. All right, let me get my Hoodoo deck, my well-loved Hoodoo deck here. All right, let me get 3 messages for my Saggies. What does Sag need to hear today? What do they need to be aware of? I like your reading so far. It's time for you to take things into your own hands, like that Capricorn energy, like be the boss. It's time for you to boss up. Quit being, a soldier. You need to be the general. Oh, I said that. 2 of Swords. Yeah. You're letting 7 of Wands keep showing up for you. 4 of Wands, upright. 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. There it is. That 5 energy that I don't like. That's some ish I don't like. A lot of you guys come from a very unstable home or had very terrible representation of parents. They failed to protect you. They failed to defend you. They failed to teach you how to fend for yourself. A lot of you guys had to fend for yourself too much. You had to learn things the hard way. Whatever this energy is, though, is an energy that leaves you feeling very spiritually, emotionally, financially bankrupt. Feels like it's giving nothing to you. And whatever reason you feel like you're committed to this, 4 of Wands, you feel like this is stability. You can't see any way from detaching from this or, not defending this. You need to stop defending it. I keep getting it. Quit sticking up for people that aren't sticking up for you. If people are making you feel overlooked and like, you regret dealing with them, why are we trying to marry that energy or establish a home or, build a foundation at a job with that energy? Why? Whatever this energy that you're committed to right now has got you in this energy of double 5s with the 2 of Swords where they've, basically gouged your eye, you got your eyes closed to where you don't even want to look at these 2 truths staring in front of you. Your spiritual eyes have been gouged out from not paying attention to things. And the most crazy thing about this 2 of Swords is that she doesn't have her hands crossed like the Rider-Waite. Hers are, she knows the 2 truths, but she refuses to look at them. It's like a horse with blinders. These people are using you like a dang racehorse. Like, why? You need to be the jockey riding the horse as the Knight of Pentacles, going to where you need to go. Other interesting thing here, this is a historical deck. This is Uncle Monday. He escaped his slavers, all right? He ran off to the swamp and he prayed to the Orishas to turn him into an alligator so that he could attack anybody that came to try to take him back to his slave masters. You had that in reverse, like you're not doing that for yourself. You don't understand how bad things were in the past or how awful you had it or how, toxic it is right now. So you don't understand the need to protect yourself from that energy. You keep defending or, making excuses for whatever is going on here. You need to realize that this is so toxic, this is so bad, that you are being used or that you are being, abused, that you need to go and pray to God that, you never have to go back there again, all right? A lot of you guys are in a very abusive relationship that you need to open your damn eyes and see it for what it is and get out. Like, get out. A lot of devil energy keeps popping up. You had the full moon in Capricorn and then you had the devil showing up crossing you. This ending has its hooks in you, all right? Whatever this energy is, it feels like an addiction energy. I don't know, I just got, what is that song? Please, Diana, for as long as you're here when I say papers when you roll the face, and I need you here. I know. Open fire. On my knees, decide on my knees for you. What is that? God, that's from like high school. Silverchair. Anna's song. That song's about anorexia. It's called Anna's Song, A-N-A. And it's about literally, I think Daniel, the lead singer, battled anorexia, but that's what the song is actually about. But it's about an obsession, an addiction that's killing you. It literally says, I love you to the bone. It says, and you're my obsession. I love you to the bone. And then it talks about Anna wrecking your life. I mean, it's like, get out. 6 of Swords in reverse. Why can't you? 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, King of Cups. Why do you want validation from whoever this is? All right. This is a situation where 2 of Swords is there again. Who do you have to prove anything to? All right. A lot of you guys, I don't know who you're living your life for or who you're trying to prove something to. 2 of Wands with the 3 of Coins. Like, you have so many possibilities before you. Just go invest in one. Choose an option. Take that Ace of Pentacles that Spirit gave you in your energy and like use it. All right. Use it. Do something with it. King of Cups. Follow your heart. All right. Only interact with people that return the same energy. You've got this energy, the 6 of Swords in reverse, like not being able to move past something, not being able to, just reroute and change courses to something that's easier because you're wanting this King of Cups. You're wanting this return. You're wanting this equal exchange of emotion that I feel like is never coming. You're waiting for it. You're waiting. 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, because you're feeling rejected. You want validation. You want respect. You want attention, you want love, you want affection. And guess what? This energy is not giving you that. It's not. So, contemplate, meditate, then off in head, all right? Put the kids to bed. All right. Give me one more message for Sag on the Hoodoo. Yikes. Okay, Chariot. I called it. I heard the train. Railroad bill. 4 of Swords. You had that multiple times. And 3 of Wands in reverse. These are your 2 options, all right? These cards fell this way for a reason. At the bottom of everything is the 3 of Wands in the reverse. You don't want to go. You don't want to move. You don't want to, detach from whatever this energy is. This picture, she's standing, first of all, on the highest peak of this mountain in her state. I forget if it's Alabama or Mississippi. I don't even remember. It doesn't matter. It's the highest peak in her general area that she can get to, meaning she can gain the highest perspective, see everything for what it is. All right? And that's a kudzu cape meant to protect her, her ancestors giving her protection. You're not accepting this protection because you're not distancing yourself from what you need to distance. Your 2 options are the 4 of Swords, to sit there and meditate on it and contemplate and think about it, or Chariot, to go, just get out, leave, protect yourself. You don't want to do that. A lot of you guys don't know how to get out of a situation. If you are in a domestic abuse situation, please contact me. I will help you locate resources. I am a licensed attorney. I'm currently not practicing, but I've dealt with many a domestic situation. I can help you find resources in your town. Some of you guys don't know how to get out. You don't know how to protect yourself from this. I also want to let you know, when you go, they're not going to be able to catch you. Railroad Bill was a criminal, all right? I say that loosely because I don't feel like he was a criminal most of the time. He was more like a Robin Hood, all right, who stole from the rich, gave to the poor. But he was notorious train hopper and fugitive that basically made a fool out of the police for, you know, across several states and ran rampant, you know, mocking justice and, you know, getting away with things for a long time. This kind of energy is around you right now. You guys think you're going to, like, you feel almost bad. You feel like it's almost a crime to get away with something or to distance yourself or to leave or to, you know, throw up some boundaries like a chariot, Cancerian, crab shell energy or whatever. It's not. It's not. You guys feel guilty for leaving somewhere, but you've outgrown it, all right? Do you want to be a big fish in a small pond? Or do you want to try to go onto a bigger pond that gives you room to grow into an even bigger fish because you've outgrown the one you're in? Pretty soon, like, the game warden's going to show up and pull y'all out because you're like, no. You've reached the max. You can't be in this little pond anymore. That's like around here. You know, I live off the Ogeechee River, and like I'm right by Savannah, and there's gators around here everywhere, and we all just let the gators be until they reach a certain size, and then we actually have to remove them because that's when they become a danger. That's what this is. Like, you've outgrown this habitat, you've outgrown this energy, you're too big for this pond now, so it's time to go be a minnow again somewhere else. But you know, that gives you room to grow and get bigger, because wherever they take those gators, they're allowed to grow and get bigger, and they don't, you know, restrict their movement. All right, next I want to get a, let's see, quick message from the Weirdo Fantod pack for you, the Gorey, and then we're going to do your love connection and your last two Oracle cards. All right, what does Sag need to see? What ridiculousness do you have for Sag? These cards are hilarious to me. Please go watch the unboxing. You had the feather. Somebody else had that. I don't remember who it was. I always get light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. That's weird spiritual stuff. Also, your ancestors are literally holding you up, all right? I also got the song Chandelier by Sia. That song's about addiction. That's the second addiction song that I've channeled for you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Throw them down till I lose count. I wanna swing from the chandelier. Yeah. I want to pretend like tomorrow doesn't exist. You guys need to start focusing on tomorrow. You guys don't even think about that. You're so fixated on the present. She's got her eyes closed too, just like that Two of Swords that kept popping up. You guys refuse to, like, just, I don't want to say lighten up. You refuse to, like, let go of the burdens. You're like letting things drag you down. You need to be in this light as a feather energy. You also need to clean house. Clean house. The feather says November, good, Scorpio energy, all right? Blackmail, a forged passport, hysterical pregnancy, loss of eyelashes, disorders of the small intestine, a disagreeable letter, delirium, hindrance to prospects, twitching, separation, imbroglios, and a mistake. Listen, this loss of eyelashes one immediately stuck out to me. These sound ridiculous, but if you really get into them and think about it, all right, it makes a lot of sense. A forged passport, this is somebody trying to get somewhere or go somewhere where they're not supposed to be. They have to forge a passport because they can't legally obtain one. So they're supposed to be kept out of wherever they're going. You, all right, it's also a workaround. You're being blocked from somewhere you're supposed to be. Forge your passport and go there. You're supposed to be there no matter what people tell you. Blackmail, this is people making you feel guilty or holding something over your head to try to bend you to their will. That's the kind of energy I was picking up with that Seven of Wands. November, the Scorpio energy, the death and the rebirth. Hysterical pregnancies. These are people, you know, sounding alarms and making things up, creating drama, lying, manipulating. That's emotional manipulation. Chicks that fake pregnancies, A hysterical pregnancy is not a real pregnancy. It's one that a chick imagines, all right? That's the kind of energy you're surrounded by. Hindrance to prospects. That's literally you not wanting to get in that Three of Wands energy and allow your ships to come in and give you your blessings. A disagreeable letter, that's all that talk you were hearing and things that are terrible. The loss of eyelashes, though, is the one that stood out the most. That Two of Swords where she had double sets of eyes closed, because eyelashes are on your eyes to protect things from harming them, to clear the debris, to keep the dust out, all right? To not allow, be a layer of defense. Eyes are the windows to the soul. You've lost your, defense mechanism to protect you, especially dealing with your sight, your spiritual sight, your vision. It's clouded by other people. All right, let's do this love connection, you versus them reading for you guys. I've been shuffling 6 times for lovers energy for this. Let's see the energy between Sag and their person, past, present, and future, as well as the connection. Show me what you need to see for Sag. What is going on in their love connection, or lack thereof? Oy. All right. Recent past on one side, we have the Seven of Pentacles. I always see this card and it's like, going to the chapel and we're gonna get married with the sun. Somebody was very into investing in this. Somebody, this makes me happy. I want to do this. I'm going to start this off on the right foot and I'm rushing into it. This is fast energy, fire energy with the, that chick is literally running. Why do I keep calling out chicks? I don't use that word. Why am I saying chick? I don't say chick. Why am I doing that? Six of Cups in reverse. I picked that up with your energy before. That's the current situation. Fool in reverse. That came up for you too. Not wanting that new start. This has got to be your energy. You were so enthusiastic in the past. And now all of a sudden it's like all these demons from the past are coming up. All this fear, all this inhibition, all these, blunders emotionally that you're making here. Letting your emotions destroy you. Death in the reverse coming up in the near future. That's Scorpio energy, but I don't like that it's in the reverse. With the Six of Wands, that's still trying to get the attention. Why this energy will not go away? Oh my God. Also, I'm getting like a pain in my shoulder blade. It's like literally too much to shoulder. I feel like the Ten of Wands picture right now. This energy is draining. This energy almost like gets off on seeing you suffer emotionally. They have an impossible standard to meet, all right? The best way that I can articulate this quickly, because I'm doing these kind of quickly with no clarifiers, and I love my mother. She does lots for me. She's a wonderful mother. She's always provided for me. But on an emotional scale, it's never, I've never been able to like make her happy, ever. It doesn't matter what I do. Like I even graduated law school, like top of my class, order of the barrister, all these accolades. But it's like, but why didn't you get this award also? It's like there's always it's great, but you have to have that. It's great and I'm proud of you without the string or the, backhanded something else attached to it. That's what this feels like. It's like no matter how much you succeed or how much you try or how much you give or how much you love, it's never good enough. And guess what? It's never going to be for whoever you're dealing with. You will never be able to please this energy. It doesn't matter how perfect you are. You will never be perfect here. You won't. You can't forget about this though, all right? This energy is making you feel stupid. It's making you feel ignored. It's making you feel very discounted. And you're not putting an end to that kind of behavior. You still want that Six of Wands. You still want the attention. You still want to be recognized. Because there was so much potential in the past. It seemed so clear to you that this was going to lead to happiness. Ace of Wands in reverse. Did you not pursue this? Did you not even bother to try? Or did you not put in the right amount of effort? Did you not show how much you cared about this? Like, what is this about? Now you have the Two of Cups towards the connection here. You have the Eight of Swords in the reverse here. This is a big time soulmate connection. It is. You got the 6 and the 2 now. That's crazy. Because no matter how much this person has hurt you or what they've done to you, at the end of the day, you still feel like they're your soulmate, or you still feel like y'all have work to do, all right? A lot of you are vibing on that twin flame thing, which, you know, I'm still not all the way sold on that. I feel like it's really toxic to some extent to fixate on that kind of dynamic. But it feels like that, all right? You feel like this person they are your soulmate. They are. But you're not allowed to let your soulmate treat you like garbage. Part of the point of someone being your soulmate is they're supposed to teach you a lesson. The lesson here is like, even if they are your soulmate, how much abuse can you stand around and take? Or how much can you let them hold you back from, you know, achieving your soul's purpose on this earth? Your soulmate is supposed to trigger you to get on a path that, you know, is more enlightened or more, you know, good for yourself and humanity and for energy of the collective as a whole. This person hinders that. If they're hindering that, it's because somebody doesn't want y'all in your good energy and succeeding. They don't want you to obtain that star energy that we saw earlier. That's that devil energy, all right? Trying to pull you backwards. Your lesson here is to just detach and trust that if it's your soulmate, it'll come back. Because this is not how I read this here. Because I show you becoming this 8 of Swords in reverse towards the connection in the near future. That's you relieving yourself of this mental burden that's keeping you in a prison. You're realizing that it's a prison of your own making, being in this connection. Because I feel like you're swallowing this death energy here, and you're realizing that this isn't an ending. It's just, you know, it's a new beginning, but we can't have that beginning yet. You're putting a temporary end, and you realize that it's temporary. That's why death's in reverse. I'm not mad about it now. The 6 of Wands there, because when you do that, when you realize that this is not the end, that it's a pause, and that you can have a rebirth here, and let this energy go temporarily, because you do realize current situation, it is a soulmate. If they're your person, they will come back, because once you go do your work, they start having to do their work. You're realizing this isn't over, so you're not completely putting a nail in it, but at the same time, you're deading your energy towards it. You're releasing the mental burden here, and that's when you get your victory. That's when you show 6 of Wands upright. You see your own worth, your own value, and then they will end up seeing it too, because a lot of you guys don't even see it yourself. How are they going to see it? Clearly you don't, if you're like putting up with this kind of energy, like letting somebody make you feel stupid. They show up as the Page of Pentacles, Pied Piper in this deck to me. Always talking a good game, that guy, but is it really true? Nope. King of Pentacles in reverse. You know why you were so excited about this is because they were selling you snake oil, like it's like charming the pants off of you. This Page of Pentacles is the Pied Piper. He can literally like summon things in. He's great at calling people in and getting people to follow him and do what he wants. But behind the scenes, they were the King of Pentacles in reverse. They really couldn't, you know, walk it like they talk it. They couldn't honor their promises. They didn't have control over things. All the things that they wanted to do or said they were going to do, they didn't have the means to do that. All right, take that as it resonates. But that's why you were so excited, because they did talk a good game. Now they're showing the High Priestess in the reverse here, along with the Tower. Well, look at that. That's some heavy energy. This person, all right, they're definitely ignoring spirit. They're definitely not doing what they're supposed to be doing right now. They don't want to listen to what their gut is telling them, so they're being put in a very uncomfortable situation here. They refuse to go within. They refuse to be accountable. They refuse to look at what's going on here, all right? The High Priestess is very introspective. They really, you know, she really goes within and looks at her own self and analyzes things and takes them to heart and processes them. This person doesn't want to do that. That's creating a Tower moment. You know, this person is in a very uncomfortable energy. Also, the longer this person lies and manipulates and conceals and is secretive and doesn't open up and doesn't trust and doesn't, you know, take a pause to think about what they're doing here, the worse it's going to get with this Tower. Coming up, they got the Wheel of Fortune upright. More Scorpio energy for them with the 3 of Swords. What goes around comes around. God, that was clear as day. Whatever this person's been dishing out to you, it's coming back to them threefold. 3 is here with the wheel. Literally threefold, and it's betrayal. Also, their behavior towards you, if you don't cut this off and just say, you know, I realize I love you, but I'm not going to allow you to do this anymore, and throw up a boundary. The 7 of Wands kept coming up for you. The need to defend yourself, to protect yourself, all right? to establish your boundaries. Do not cross this line or we will fight, all right? Like, that's Seven of Wands energy. This person is coming back around either to cause more hurt and betrayal to you, or they're getting a taste of their own medicine here. Probably when they see you victorious with this Six of Wands, it's not going to feel too great. They came at you like the Queen of Swords. Recent past. Now they got the Seven of Wands. Again, here they are. Jesus. The Ten of Pentacles. Justice in the reverse. No duh here. No way, as we used to say in the 90s and 80s. You, all right? I got to read these swords here. They show up as still being very much attached to you with this Ten of Pentacles coming up in the near future here. You're showing as not even caring or thinking about this at all. It's like the spell has been worn off here. That hurts. The fact that they can't control you anymore, the fact that they don't, you know, have you like this, you don't have their back, you know, they don't have a knot around you. They don't have you tied down anymore. They're not going to like that, all right? They're going to get a taste of their own medicine. They're going to see you survive. You know, you're going to survive without them and do something without them and realize that, you know, this person holds you back out of fear. I almost am getting a less narcissistic vibe now than a more fear vibe, you know, scared vibe. They don't want to see you succeed because they feel like you're going to detach. That's their issue. They have abandonment issues. If they're not willing to let you go, all right, and come back and trust that you'll come back, that's something they need to work through. That's their issues. Justice in reverse is here, though. Like, this is not a fair situation. And if it's not fair, then you need to do something to make it fair. And the dang star is right after that. I can't even. The star again. It's not fair because somebody's blocking y'all from your true dream and your true blessing and truly healing this relationship. Because I feel like you guys are just repeating the same cycle ad nauseum, and it's getting old, especially to your guides. They're done. Oh my God, that came so fast. So fast. I didn't have to ask. I told you your guys were done. This says integrity. I don't know what that says down at the bottom there, but God, that looks like a Scorpio tail. All these points. What are all these words? They're all in Celtic. Holly, oak, ivy, sage, rowan, almond, blossom, and there goes the baby door again. Y'all are on some weird summoning stuff. There's a mushroom here. Integrity. It looks like Libra. It looks like the Justice. And look at that big Ace of Pentacles looking thing on her head. Do you see all this? Look at all that. So many Pentacles. Three of Pentacles energy. Ace of Pentacles energy. Four of Pentacles energy. And look, do you see this word down here? It looks like a bunch of scorpion tails. You see all little points on it? You guys have to go look at the extended to see what this card means, because I will tell you there. It'll tell you who this goddess is and what all this stuff means. And I'll also give you a spell to work at this time. And it'll probably, hopefully, tell me what this weird sapienta, I don't know. Integrity, all right? What's fair? You just had Justice in the reverse show up at the bottom of that love connection reading. It's not, something's not fair. It's not balanced. You showed Sag in the reverse. It's off kilter. You need to regain your center, regain your balance. Tip the scales back the way they need to go. Focus on your stability. I can't ignore this giant pentacle on her head. Also, she looks like Ahsoka, the Jedi. Look at her headpiece here. It looks like Ahsoka Tana. Yes, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Omni or Modus. How are you going to do this? There's something growing for you, though. There's a, I didn't even see that flower growing out of the ground into her. Like, it's crazy. It does look like a bunch of Wheel of Fortunes. You guys have such good karma coming to you if you'll just accept it. Just accept it. I feel like you won't. Get your Mother Mary message. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Boy, am I trying to sing all high. My voice is so low today. And the broken hearted people. You. Our Lady of Divine Presence. Lots of roses. Those look like pentacles. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. And there's a big ace looking one above her head. You see that one above her head? You have the you showed, God, this is crazy. You showed us that 9 in your reading. Also, this is 14, Sag energy. Also, 5 energy. Spiritual conflict here is what I get. It's like spiritual war is being waged on you. Someone's breaking you, or they're trying to break your spirit. Oh my God, I just got Casey Musgraves in my head. Space cowboy. You can have your space cowboy. I ain't trying to fence you in. Yeah. If a horse wants to run, there ain't no sense in closing the gate. Yeah, let him go. You need to go. You need to run. I just got Just Like a Pill by Pink in my head. Now y'all are sounding like a dang radio station. I need to cut this reading off. Getting too many messages. This is you thinking about your independence. Thinking that you're missing something. That last, pentacle to get to the 10 where you'll be happy and commitment and solid and everything, everything's good. Someone's breaking your spirit. Someone's trying to, make you feel less than. You need to stop letting them do that, all right? You're doing it to yourself at this point. Stop being a victim here. You're not. You're much more, you don't need anybody's help. I got to tell you that. You don't need this dude to tie your name Apron Strings. You don't. You don't, all right? Quit taking on more than you can handle. Quit allowing the scales of justice to tip in other people's favor at your expense. This is divine presence, all right? The divine is like so all over your reading. All these stars, all these aces, all these beautiful energies. Like, take it, all right? It doesn't happen like that often. You need to jump on this while you have a chance. All right, Saggies, that's what I got for you. And a little bug just flew straight across my desk. All right, good talk. All right, Sag, I love you. Please go check out that extended. If you enjoyed this reading and you feel like donating or booking a personal reading to help support me and the babies, because YouTube does not pay us jack, and I keep giving all these readings for free, then I would really appreciate that. All that info is in the description box below. Love you, Saggies. See you next time. Bye.